What is up, fellow YouTubers? My name's Mike. Welcome to EAA. Today we're going to talk about my 1967 Chevelle Super Sport, but first, a cold start. So I wanted to let it run for a little bit. I don't just like to start my vehicles and then immediately stop them, especially when they haven't been run for a while. This thing hasn't been started for probably a couple of weeks, so I wanted to let it idle for a few minutes, just kind of warm up a little bit. I would love to take it out for a little drive, but it's very damp out, very foggy today. We've had a lot of rain lately, so I anticipate over the next couple of weeks not going to be really great weather for taking vehicles out and driving them. I apologize for that, but we'll make do. I've got some video ideas, some things we can do here in the shop that'll be kind of fun. But one of the video ideas that I had is talking about the 67 Chevelle Super Sport. I did the initial video on that car a little over a year ago. It was October 2017, and since that time, that has actually been my most watched, biggest video. I've got over 40,000 views on that, which I know 40,000 views isn't a lot. There are a lot of YouTubers get 40,000 views like in the first hour, but you know, hey, for me it's kind of cool, and I appreciate it. I got a ton of comments on that video, so I thought maybe everybody would like to see it, see the changes it's went through in the last roughly year plus, and I could talk a little bit about what projects I have for it, what I have in store for the vehicle, what I have planned for the vehicle. So, like I said, I apologize. I really didn't want to pull it out because it's damp outside, and I don't want to pull my other vehicles out. So I just kind of moved some things around a little bit to make room and be able to kind of step back and look at this vehicle. But if you guys did watch the other video, you will notice it does have some different wheels and tires on it now. Yes, I did go ahead and pick up some rallies for it. I think they look much better. Not the other rims and tires didn't look great. I think they look really good on this car, but just the rallies really work for this car. I really, really like it a lot. Truthfully, the tires in the back are a little thinner. The ones I had on before were 255s. These are 235s, so they don't hook up quite as well. This car has been known to light the tires up through the first 3 gears, but makes it for a lot of fun, let me tell you that. So other than that, the only other change that I made to the vehicle is the tinting of the windows. If you notice, the windows are slightly tinted. I think it looks a lot better. It definitely saves the interior, keeps the interior a lot cooler during the summer, and it just looks cool. So I had that done some time back. My buddy Omar came out and did a bunch of window tinting for me, and this is one of the vehicles that he did do. So as far as any projects for the vehicle, you know, I'm thinking you guys can give me your opinion on this, because standing back and looking at it right now, I don't know if I want to do it, but I was thinking that I would maybe drop the front end down maybe about a ½ an inch or so. I just think that there's a little bit too much fender space there between the tire and the fender, but you guys tell me what you think. I don't know, from this angle it actually looks pretty good. I'm actually not too upset about it, and I don't know, so give me your opinion. What do you think? Does it need to come down maybe a ½ an inch? I thought that would be one project I would want to do, and then the other project I want to do on the car would be to put a 5-speed in it. It's currently got a 4-speed. It has 373 gears, which should be just fine, but actually the car really screams at like 60-65 miles an hour. It's definitely not great on the freeway. You're using a lot of motor. I mean, I'm tacking like 2,800, 3,000 RPMs at 55 miles an hour, and I'm just using a lot of motor for it. I think it's just because it's a really close ratio 4-speed. Certainly I know I could put a taller gear in the back end, and that would certainly solve the problem, but I like the snap this car's got. If you guys remember from that video, it's got a lot of snap when you get into it, and I really like that. I don't want to get rid of that. So I think just having an extra gear, an overdrive, that would maybe drop the RPMs down, I don't know, you know, 400 or 500 RPM would be perfect. I think that this car would be perfect. So I'm going to check into that. I've got to take my Jag in to Al's transmission to get a new transmission done for it. When I go in, I'm going to talk to him about that, see what it will cost to put a 5-speed in this thing, and how extensive it would be, and if it's feasible, if it's not horribly expensive or crazy, I think I will do that. This is not a vehicle I really take down the freeway that much, or drive distances or anything like that, so it's not like I really need it. I just think it would make the car so much more enjoyable and so much more drivable. Now, if you guys didn't see the original video that I did on this car, it was actually a pretty good video considering I was just starting out with my channel, and I talked about how special this car is. That's actually the title of the video, is how special this vehicle is. And the reason it's special is because my mom, when my mom and dad were married, my mom had a car identical to this. Marina blue on blue, 4-speed, 396, 67 Chevelle Super Sport, and I always wanted one. So if you guys know me, you know the channel, you know that my dad owned the truck next to this, the 65. He bought a brand new. So, you know, for me, it's like having my parents right here. That's why they always stay together. That's why these are two vehicles I'll never get rid of. They're very special to me. And it really means a lot to me that people have watched the video so much on this car. It really, really does mean a lot, and all the comments are great. Now, I did talk about in there about like the 396, the 402 basically being the same motor, and I've been corrected numerous times. There is a little bit of a difference in the motors. I do appreciate it. You know, that's what I'm here to do, is learn. So I do appreciate all the comments, people chiming in and telling me basically when I'm wrong, and you know, directing me to the right information. I do really appreciate that. Back in the day, 396, I mean, this car was a beast. This is one fast car. I think back in the day it was like 0-60 maybe like 6.5 seconds, somewhere in that range. But it was absolutely an animal. I can remember my parents' vehicle, and I can remember them talking about, my dad talking about it, and you know, taking rides in it and stuff like that. And it was just very impressive back in the day. You know, of course, this was back in the mid-70s when they owned it. Obviously, cars have come up, they've changed technology and everything like that. Now you've got cars that do, you know, 0-60 in half that time, and that's not really a big deal. I mean, your commuter car will do 0-60 in 6 seconds, so it's really not a big deal. But there's still just something about a muscle car. You guys heard the way it sounded when it was started up. That big blocks down, that rumble. This thing idles down really nice. It's one of the nicest sounding cars that I have. It's not overly aggressive, it's not overly loud, but you definitely know you've got something here. So I love this car. Like I said before, it'll be in my shop as long as I'm around, and then someday my intent is to go ahead and pass it down to my son Bryson, who's only 6 months old, so I got many, many years before I have to worry about that. I can enjoy it for many, many years, which is good. This car is easy to get in and out of, it's easy to drive, it's easy to shift, brakes nicely, it steers nicely. It's a nice driving car. I really enjoy it. My mom, she enjoys the car. She's driven it before, and she kind of considers it her car. She's actually watching my son right now while I do this video, so thank you, Mom, I appreciate that. But yeah, she really does. It just brings back good memories for her. That Chevelle is very special to her, very special to us, and so it's kind of neat that I can have it. I don't get it out as much as I like to, especially this time of the year with it being colder and damp and rainy and just not really great driving weather. So it was good that I could at least start it up, run it for a few minutes, and share this video with you guys. So yeah, there's the shot of the two together, side by side. I used to have them over on the other side of the shop over there, but I decided to change things up for the new year, do something a little bit different. But you know, these two vehicles are very special to me. There are a number of vehicles in here that I will never get rid of, and I'm going to be doing a video, basically probably a 3 or 4 part series. I haven't decided yet, but it will be coming very soon, of all my vehicles. Be talking about the vehicles that are bucket list vehicles, vehicles that are sentimental to me, vehicles that are not going to be going anywhere, vehicles, you know, a little story behind them, that type of thing. So be looking for that. But yeah, it just, like I said, it really meant a lot to me that I've gotten so many views and so much support on this car. So I wanted to revisit it. I wanted to talk about it. I hope you guys like it. I really do. I know it's a quick one and to the point, but if you do like the video, please do give me a thumbs up. It would be greatly appreciated. If you haven't already, definitely subscribe to this channel. I appreciate it. The channel is growing very nicely, and I'm very proud of it. So I would appreciate your support by subscribing. You know, follow the channel, share, like, all that good stuff. My Instagram P.O. box, as always, will be in the description below. With that, guys, God bless. Take care. Have an absolutely amazing day.